Tell us why this has gotten now to be so complicated when analysts out there were expecting this thing this year.
Right. Well, there's a certain three-player chess that has to be done here. You have Apple, which wants to build a device in its image and how it wants to be, and then you have cable providers who have their business interest of how they distribute content, and then you have media companies which make the content, and each of them make money in different ways and have different ideas of how this should go down. And so these three parties have ongoing negotiations. But being able to reach a deal has been hard to do, and that's why those who have been waiting for an Apple TV will be waiting a little bit longer.
So how long has this been going on, and where do the negotiations stand now?
As far as my reporting, we could find out is that this has been going on since at least 2005. The company introduced the hockey puck-sized Apple TV in 2007 on the same day that they introduced the iPhone, actually. But to do that sort of more reinventing TV and how they imagine it when it morphing live TV and recorded TV and making recommendations about what to watch and having on-demand content and things like that have not been able to be worked out to a way that they could introduce something like that.
Now, we know that Steve Jobs personally negotiated contracts with all of the music companies, iTunes, and it did eventually work out. It wasn't easy, but how much of a disadvantage is not having Steve Jobs at the helm here?
The person handling it now is a senior vice president by the name of Eddie Q, who by all accounts is incredibly well respected. But obviously Steve Jobs was a larger-than-life figure, and he was directly involved in securing all the deals that you just mentioned, the music deals to get iTunes and the iPod going, and to work out an arrangement with AT&T and the other wireless carriers. And so not having him is obviously a huge blow.
If this works out ultimately down the line, what would a new Apple TV experience actually look like?
I think how Apple sees where they can make a big difference is within the user interface. A lot of people complain about how clunky and disorganized their cable content is. There's stuff on there that they can't find that they want. And so being able to organize that in a better way and taking over the user interface is where Apple sees that it can make the biggest difference.
So it's not happening this year. What's the timeline then?
We'll have to wait and see. I was not able to nail down of when we'll be able to get it, but as soon as I do, I will definitely let you know.